mathematics education at Mercer University. I've been there 10 years. I'm also serving on the Fayette County Board of Education. I just finished up my first year there. Why am I running for state school superintendent? Being a math education professor, I did a study of the math education standards. I started with the Georgia Performance Standards. I added the Common Core standards to my study. I also included the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics standards in the study, and the Massachusetts former standards, as well as international standards. The results of my study were clear. The Common Core state standards are 1 to 2 years behind where we were, and they're also even further behind international standards. I have printed out the study. Here's the study. I met with Denise Spangler, Dr. Denise Spangler, who is the chair of the education department at UGA. She was not able to refute a single point in my study. I am against the Common Core standards. Our kids are capable of so much more, and I have the data to prove it. That's why I'm running for state school superintendent.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Drew Van Jaar. Why am I running for state school superintendent? So after many discussions and careful consideration, I entered the race officially this week. I'm a public school graduate. I have 3 school-age children, 10, 8, and 4, that are in public charter schools. My wife is a teacher both at elementary and college level. But what makes me stand apart as a candidate is I'm both a business leader and education innovator. I have a unique view into how we can transform education in Georgia. That's because I head up education and mobile learning for K-12 and higher ed for AT&T nationally. So lead product efforts there and focus on improving educational outcomes for our children. So I work with leading innovators, helping build an ecosystem of innovative products, solutions, being able to not accept the status quo, move things forward, using technology, using the latest teaching tools and skills. And it's a bit frustrating being able to see what's out there, what's available, to be able to then the reality of what's available for my children and being able to, the lack of impact and direct impact that I have, not being, being an outsider in that process. I'm used to providing a flexible framework for districts. We put together a framework with a flexible framework that districts can be able to use, to be able to leverage, but it's all about local control, implementing what they need from that framework. And that's really what the state should be doing, is supporting the initiatives at the local level, being able to provide a framework, because 180 plus districts, very few of them can do it on their own at all. And so they need the help and support and collaboration, not control from the state, but collaboration and help. So I have experience doing that in a nuanced view of how to solve problems that I think will be very useful in the position. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Jester, and I'm running for state school superintendent. I'm a former actuarial consultant. I served on the DeKalb County School Board, where I uncovered over $54 million in deceptive budgeting practices that wore away the accumulated cash reserves of the 3rd largest school district in the state. That had a very big financial footprint for education in Georgia. We're all invested there. I'm running to improve the educational lives of our children and to provide a much better return on investment for the taxpayers of our state. We have to get serious about disclosure and what I call financial integrity. I'll give you 2 numbers, 0 and 20. 0, that's how many measures of financial integrity Georgia's school systems are subject to disclose. 20, that would be the number of financial integrity measurements that the state of Texas discloses for its over 1,000 school systems. And if those had been in place, you wouldn't have had a county of DeKalb. You wouldn't see increased student class sizes and a whole host of things. It's a very important driver of success. Money drives results. We spend more per pupil than every state that borders us, and every state that borders us has a higher graduation rate. That cannot be tolerated, and I applaud you for one of the position papers that I received prior to coming here, which was that you want to see a much better return on investment, and you're right to note this. We have to have a reality check, and I'm so glad to be aligned with the chamber in this effort. I also salute the other paper that you sent me about your career and college readiness. That is something we need to work on. We need to be careful not to have platitudes, though, that we have a real career education going on. And I'll close with one area we're not aligned. I take the Milton Friedman stance. The Friedman Foundation does not support Common Core. It's centralization. Ask the Soviets how that worked out. There are many problems I have with that. That's not to say I'm happy with our standards today, because I'm not. And I look forward to talking with you about that in more detail. But again, the money will drive results, and disclosure is badly needed in Georgia. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. My name is Fitz Johnson. I'm a conservative Republican from Cobb County. As you might note in my background, I have over 21 years experience in the U.S. Army. I'm a retired military officer. I also, after receiving my law degree, I started a business, a defense contracting firm with my dad and my brother. We grew that company from 0 to over 1,700 employees worldwide. I was serving as a CEO, and we sold that company a few years ago. I'm running for state school superintendent because I've sat out there where you're sitting right now, and I'm keenly aware of how we have to prepare and what we need to prepare our youngsters as they graduate from high school. I understand they need to be work ready. I understand either if they're not they either work ready or they need to be ready to go to attend college and further their careers. And it's vitally important for us to make sure that every student here in the state of Georgia has that opportunity. I think my background, my education background, and my experience, I can bring a new approach to the office of state school superintendent.